there folks, it's Kikoskia here, and welcome back to Let's Play Quest for Glory 1 VGA. And when last we left off, we've explored most of Spielberg, though we didn't go to the place with the guild hall, and then we popped out into the wider world, whereupon we found this tree, this amazing tree, this skill-gaining tree, that had a nest on one of the branches, and in the nest was a lizard-like bird and a ring. You have one gold ring. It weighs 0.1 pounds. Now, we could keep climbing this tree, but we are getting very tired. Our stamina is at 1, so let us rest. We shall rest for about 60 minutes. And it's getting darker. You can see it's, getting gloomy, but that amount of rest gave us a lot of stamina, which means we can keep climbing the tree! Climb that tree, Derek. You gotta get better at climbing trees until we get 40 skill. Is that all we needed? No! We're still at 39. Let's see if we can get to 40. I really wonder what someone would say if they just saw us constantly climbing this tree. Like, it's 42! Ooh. Now, what if we tried to head back to town? Is there a gate, and is it shut? Oh, it's shut. The town gates are closed and barred for the night. Well, guess what we've just found, folks? Oh, that's right. We found another thing we can climb. Can we climb this? I wonder if we can climb the wall. Oh, let's climb the wall. There we go. Here we go. After making sure nobody's watching, you climb over the town's wall. Hey, look at that. We made it back in. And we gained no skill for it. Can we climb back out? Nothing to do. Ah, we can just climb back out. You're getting tired. Yeah, we're probably getting very, very tired. And we don't want to fall asleep, but we're not gaining really any skills here. We should try and rest at the inn. That's what we should do. Don't want to constantly keep exerting ourselves, because we have had a very long day. We did gain some climbing skill, though. We did absolutely gain some climbing skill. So, let us go into the tavern and see if we... Well, the inn, not the tavern. The tavern's around the corner. We don't want to go there. There's no one to sleep there. And see if we can get a room. Hello. I'd like to talk to you. Very good food. Very good drink. Finest in town. Sit, rest, and you'll be served by my Shima. I want a room. Very nice room. Very soft beds. Finest in town. Only 5 silvers a night. Sure. A nice rest. May you dream of all the rewards you deserve. You thank Shamin and pay him 5 silvers for the room. Let's go. Ah, that is where we go. The sleep heals and refreshes you. Ooh, it's a nice little room. And it is now day. What time of day is it? Day is dawning. Excellent. We want to do some work. That's what we want to do. We absolutely want to do some work. So let's go. Out we head. No heroic daring do yet in terms of swordplay. We as an epic fighter must now engage in menial labor to make up for the money we just spent on resting at the inn. Yep, it's time to go muck out those stables. We were told that that is a thing that we can do, so let's go do it. But first, we should go into here and say hi to you. You politely knock on the door. After a moment, you hear the inside bolt slide open. A voice from the inside says, "Come on in." Ah, another one of these. The fragrance of herbs mingles with some rather unpleasant odours as you step into the healer's house. Lovely day, isn't it? My, you look very healthy for an adventurer. You must be new. What can I do for you? I can sell you healing potions if you like. I also buy spell components if you're interested in gathering some for me. Don't mind me, I'm always have so much to do around here. Let's look around. The healer's bed looks very comfortable. You see bottles and flasks of a wide variety of different potions. Soup is good for you. Good. You see a clean but very cluttered little hut filled with bottles and potions. The healer is busy puttering around with her potions. There is a small flying creature preening itself on the rafter. A ladder leads to a loft above. A pot over the fire simmers with herbs. It is pleasantly warm here. You see a clean but very cluttered little... Oh, we've seen that already. The healer uses this table as a workbench. You see a few odds and ends, not to mention this and that. It's a ladder up to the loft where the healer has her personal quarters. No, you can't go up the ladder. Fair enough. She is a rather motherly-looking woman with a look of vagueness that belies her shrewdness. She wears an apron over her dress and a scarf wrapped around her head. Let's chat. Let's talk about healer. Well, my name is Amelia Appleberry, but mostly I'm just known as the healer. I'll be happy to sell you some potions. I live here with my pet, Terry. Pet. Oh, that's my pet Terry. The pterosaur. Has a girlfriend, Teresa, with a nest in the oak outside my door. Terry keeps you company and listens while I chatter as I work. Yeah, about Teresa, we scared her off. They're a species of flying lizard. I understand they can grow quite large in the south. We may find out. Potions. I make and sell healing potions, power potions, vigor potions, and undead unguent. Ooh, undead unguent. That could be useful. Undead unguent is used to drive off the minor undead, such as zombies or floating spirits. It doesn't last very long, so you should use it near where you're going to encounter such things. Floating spirits. Floating spirits are the ghosts which usually hang around graveyards at night. They're dangerous, so don't go near them unless you have undead unguent first. There are not too many zombies in this land. Too damp, I suppose. There are some floating spirits, I have heard. What about healing potions? This potion is used to heal damage and keep wounds from getting worse. It has gotten pretty dangerous around here, and a healing potion can be quite useful in a serious situation. Good to know. Vigor potion is used to revitalize yourself after vigorous exercise. It helps to restore stamina. Very useful. Stamina is a measure of the energy the body uses as you work or play. Fair enough. Power potion. Power potion restores the energy needed to cast spells. You're never going to use that. You don't know what spells are. Magic. I have the skill to use my magic to create potions. I'm a bit proud about it. Not everyone can do that, you know. What about spell components? I always need ingredients for making potions. Right now I need some Irana's flowers, magic mushrooms, troll beard, and let me think. Oh yes, cheetor claws. I'll be happy to pay you if you bring me some. I'll also buy back any empty flasks you have so I can recycle them. Waste not, one not after all. How thoughtful. Trollbeard. The trolls around here are tough monsters that cannot stand the light of day, and so are only found at night or in caves. They are very difficult to kill, but I will pay 2 healing potions for the beard of a troll. Good to know. I use flowers from Irana's Peace to the north in nearly all my potions. They have some of the magic of the place, even when they're dried. I will pay you 5 silvers for a flask full of flowers. I'll talk about that place. Almost due north of here in the meadow called Irana's Peace. It is a very magical area, and I understand it to be a place of safety. It is beautiful all year, for the flowers are always in bloom. Interesting. What about cheetor claws? The cheetor look like a cross between a panther and a man. It is vicious and tough. Unless you're a very tough fighter, you had best try get away from it. If you do manage to kill them, I'll pay you 5 silvers for each claw. Good to know. What about flasks? I will pay you 1 silver for each empty flask you bring me so I can use it for more potions. Handy. Mandrake root. Mandrake root is used in a variety of spells, mostly for evil purposes. Mandrake must be pulled from a dead man's grave at midnight. The root is particularly powerful. What about, brigands? Those brutes. I have always having to heal someone they've beaten up and robbed. I hate thieves. What about farmer? Would you believe the brigands almost killed him a while back? Fortunately, their leader made him bring Heinrich here, where I could heal him. What about leader? I heard the brigand leader ordering those nasty men to bring poor Heinrich here after they hurt him so. I gave them all a good scolding, as you can imagine. I can imagine. Let's talk about the castle. You could see Spielberg Castle from my yard outside. The Baron lives there, with only his guards for company, so I hear. Poor man, he hasn't been the same since his son and daughter were taken from him. Ooh, that sounds like something we can do something about. He was just a young dashing man when he last rode off. He never returned. The dear child. I can still picture her with her beautiful blonde hair done up in braids. She was so sweet. It is hard to believe she's gone. Well, not much we can do here. Let's go. Oh, by the way, if you happen to find a ring on your adventures, I lost my favourite gold ring. I will give you a reward to the one who returns it. Oh, I have that! Why did you tell me that now? I have that! Let me in! I literally have the thing! Hello! Well, what can I do for you this time? I have a, Are you gonna let me... There we go. Hang on, wrong thing. Let me give you this ring. It tells you about it. Sorry, wrong thing there. This, that, you. Is this yours? Oh, thank you for finding my ring. How I've missed this. Here are 6 golds and 2 healing potions for your reward. Oh, that is a good reward. You put the reward away and tell her she is welcome as you leave to avoid being kissed again. We got a reward! Yay, and some points. And some experience, no doubt. The healing potions are good. The gold is also good. We have 10 gold and 1 silver. Excellent. Now let us make our way to that castle. And hopefully we can, do something good there. Now, what time of day is it? Day is dawning. Good, we have plenty of time. I'm going to save, because I don't want to get caught in here, because I imagine that gate closes at night. The gatehouse is a massive structure with the portcullis closing off access to the castle. The portcullis presents a severe obstacle for entry. The castle of Baron Stefan von Spielberg, Lord of this valley. There's also you. You can't see much of the gatekeeper over the battlements. Let's have a chat. What's your name, sir? My name is Carl. Hello, Carl. Talk about the valley. Spielberg Valley was once a prosperous and peaceful place before the Baron lost his family. Now the Baron will not leave his castle, and does not know the ruin this land has come to. Talk about the monsters. There are many foul creatures stalking the forest since the Baron has too few guards to protect this valley from them. What about the graveyard? Baba Yaga cursed the graveyard such that the dead cannot rest at night. No one can go near the graveyard after dark without risking his own death unless one uses protection. Interesting. Talk about protection. There is an unguent you can purchase from the healer which protects against the dead that walk by night. Oh, Baba Yaga? This powerful ogress is the cause of all the Baron's misfortunes. She is a vile creature who knows much magic. Talk about the curse. The Baron ordered Baba Yaga to leave, and she first cursed the graveyard. When he then sent the baronial guards after her, only their captain returned to the castle. The captain spoke the words, "Hear me, O mighty Baron. Thou hast angered me, and thus you are cursed. All that you value shall you lose. All that you treasure shall be taken from you." In a strange voice. The captain then dissolved into a pool of sticky blackness. Ugh. Let's talk about the hut. Baba Yaga has her hut to the northwest. It is a very dangerous place, and many baronial guards have been lost there. Let's talk about the castle. This is the castle of Baron Stefan von Spielberg. Talk about the stable. Cleaning up after the horses is a good way to build up your muscles. Job. The stable keeper could use a strong young person to help clean up the stables. It does not pay much, but it is good, honest work. If you would like to take the job, come on in. I will! Let's talk about the guards. The Baron von Spielberg lost most of his guards trying to defeat Baba Yaga. Oh dear. My lord sees no one since the loss of his son and daughter. Talk about them. 10 years ago, the Baron's daughter Elsa was stolen away by magic. 5 years ago, the Baronet Barnard von Spielberg went on a hunt from which he did not return. This was all clearly part of Baba Yaga's curse. Let's talk about Barnard. The Baronet Barnard young von Spielberg was a proud young man, and had the dark hair and eyes of his father the Baron. He rode off one morning and his horse returned without him. The horse had been raked by the claws of some large animal. There is a reward still offered for the safe return of the Baronet, but I fear he is dead. He might not be. There is still a reward offered for the safe return of the Baronet and Elsa von Spielberg of 50 gold. For the capture or death of the brigand Warlock, there is a reward of 50 gold. For the capture or death of the brigand leader, and there is a reward of 50 gold and the title of Hero of Spielberg. Ooh, I like that. Hero of the Realm of Spielberg is a title of respect and honor. A true hero can release this land from its curse using his intelligence and courage. I hope I can. Let's talk about, Elsa. Elsa von Spielberg was a lovely young child with braided blonde hair and bright blue eyes like her mother, the Baroness, used to have. A large winged creature flew over the castle walls, grabbed Elsa, and vanished before the guards could fire upon it. We searched everywhere for her, but to no avail. Even the jester Yorick joined the search for her. The Baron sent a troop of guards to storm Baba Yaga's hut, but I think their skulls sit atop her fence. Elsa von Spielberg would be about 18 now. Talk about Yorick. He was a very jolly fool who loved to laugh. He was devoted to Elsa and swore he would not return until Elsa was safe. Interesting. So, something else, something else, something else, something else. Brigands? There are now too few guards to take out the brigands, which rob our people and drive away the traders. They hide somewhere near the edge of this valley. The brigands are protected by a magic user, and they have a shrewd leader. Talk about the leader. The leader of the brigands must be a good strategist. He has organized and led many raids which result in much treasure and little loss on the part of the brigands. Without their leader, the brigands would soon flee. What about the Warlock? Not much is known about him, but he seems to use more magic potions and powders than spells. Good to know. What about treasure? Many merchants have been robbed by the brigands. There is a merchant in town who could tell you about his robbery, and we have actually spoken to him, so let's go in. Just a minute while I raise the gate. With the power of my mind! Also, where does that portcullis go into? I don't know, but either way, in we go to the castle. We have here a castle itself. The castle's central keep rises above the rear of the courtyard. The grounds are neglected and overgrown. The courtyard is paved with granite paving stones carefully placed by a skilled craftsman. There is a curb along the right. There is a curb along the left. The empty wagon stands rotting in the courtyard. Now I know where the stables are because I looked this up. They are to the right. We want to go to the stables and we want to work in the stables. It is early in the day, which means we have time to do this. The Baron was once known for his many fine and noble steeds. Only a few aging animals remain in this stable. The castle stable looks like it could hold about 6 horses. It could use some cleaning up. To the northwest, you can see the castle's central keep. The horses have plenty of hay to eat. The officers have nicer places than the inscripted men. Those who program scripts. Oh, a little joke. What's this here? In the stable, the manure is beginning to pile up. Well, let's see if we can do something about that. Let's go in. Hello, you. You looking for some work? Yes, I am. Good, coming in and take a rake. Heroism! Time passing. I don't pay you to rest. Get to work, now! Alright, fine. The sooner we get done, the sooner we can get out of here. And there we go. Okay, come on over here. Thank you very much. For the pay! The stableman hands you some coins and says, now you're 5 silvers richer. Also, we've got a look at you. A low-looking lout. He could use some cleaning up. Hello. Work. The work is simple. Just grab a rake and clean this place up. Pay. You get 5 silvers each time you clean the stables. Horse. We used to have some of the finest horses in the north when the Baron still cared about things other than his troubles. Now we just have this one outside and 2 in here. Oh dear. Baron. Ever since the trouble started, the Baron just hasn't been interested in his horses. Understandable. The Baronet. He used to ride the black horse over there. And magic. Don't ask me about anything to do with magic. I don't want to know. Don't tire me out with a bunch of questions. Can't you see I have a hard life here? I'm just going to ask you a few more things. The valley. Just get out and wander around a little. You'll find out. What about the stables? This old stable used to be twice the size before it burned down. This is fine with so few horses, but it's rather small. Gods. They don't bother me. I don't bother them. And monsters. Those things scare me silly. It is now Mid-morning, we have plenty of time with which to engage in daring do, or climbing things. Climbing things is probably something we're going to be doing a lot of. Ooh, or talking to you. And so, when we come back, folks, we might engage in conversation and combat with this man. And so, an opportunity to gain more skills and spend the money we just got. To be fair, we did get lots of money for helping the healer, so we can afford to be a little bit, extravagant with our cash. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.